Umoja, or unity, what it means to us during this holiday is to strive for and to maintain in our family and in our community, meaning the black community, because, you know, it's a little trippy because we went through Hurricane Katrina and now we live around, you know, different types of people. But on an average day, you know, black people usually live around black people. That's your community. Before Hurricane Katrina hit, I lived in an all-black neighborhood. I kid you not. But we've been displaced. But it's to strive for unity in our family and in our community, our nation, and our race. So I'll say that again. It's to strive for and to maintain unity within our family, our community, our nation, and our race. I just want everybody to put in their little 2 cents, and I'm going to let Chris begin. And I want you to tell me, what does this mean? What does it mean to strive for and to maintain unity within our family, community, race, and nation? What does that mean to you? And how can we achieve this? And you can add anything else you'd like to add on top of that.
That's what unity means to me, is the people coming together for a common cause. For example, at any time, like what we're going through right now. What we're going through right now is what I call a hardship of people that don't even have their own roots, don't even know who they are, and so on. So by unity, we have to come together and teach each other, teach us our roots, teach us different things, and you have to teach someone that doesn't know, you know, or if they're not willing to learn, then you have to teach someone next to them, therefore that they could probably teach them, and so on, so the word could spread to someone else. So it's always good to teach someone what you know and watch it spread. You know, unity, that's part of unity, and it's also other things that could bring us together as well.
That's important, I agree. And how would you suggest that one would go about accomplishing that? How could you teach people? In what ways?
It's many ways. You can teach people math, science, whatever you know. Part of being African, if I could say that, or Afro-Boolean. They used to teach each other all the time. And that's one of the reasons why they know many different languages. Because they'll meet with one of their friends. If one knows Swahili and the other one knows, I don't know, French or something, then they can both teach each other Swahili and French. And then they can meet another friend, he may know Spanish, or so on and so on.
That's very true. We are, by nature, a lot of African Americans, if I can say that, don't know who we are, because during slavery, as you know, our language and traditions were taken from us. So we were no longer who we really were. We became what white people, pink people, made us become. We were just farmers for them, and we were beaten and hung. So we didn't know who we were. We couldn't be ourselves, because if we were to be ourselves, we got in trouble for it. So therefore, we had to be whatever they wanted us to be. So in that process, we lost who we really were. And naturally, spiritually, we are a teaching and sharing people, which is what I believe and what I found to be true, what got us in trouble in the first place. We're very loving and inviting, and we're very, you know, open and honest to teach anyone everything, and we just messed around and taught the wrong people. And they took what we taught them, and they used it against us. So I would agree. I'll go last. Lanaya, why don't you talk about what it means to you to strive for and maintain unity in your family, community, nation, and race? Unity means one, togetherness, to come together. What does that mean to you, and how would you go about achieving whatever you think it means?
What it means to me is that we just stick with our own people.
Stick with them how?
Like, what I mean is brown people marry brown people, pink people marry pink people. We just stay separate, and everything should be okay then. And how I would achieve it is, you know, as I say, have a group of brown friends.
What about people who might hear you say that, or if you might talk to someone and tell them your point of view, what about people who might tell you that that's racist? How would you respond to that?
Racist? Well, I'll just tell them like a brown person. Well, a brown person can't be racist.
Are you racist?
Uh-uh.
What is a racist? Do you know what a racist is?
A racist is a particular person who does not like a group of people, a nation, because of who they are, because of their skin, or
Okay, so unity means to deal with your own people, and you would achieve that by doing just that. Okay, Corey, what is unity to you? To strive for and to maintain unity within your family, with your own people. How would you go about being in unity with Black people? How would you do that?
I think me I should work for my ancestors.
Work for your ancestors? Okay. Anything else?
I think that we should tell the pink people that they know it's that was our land. So why did you bring us to this land? You thought we came that land because we grow food in that land and there's dirty stuff in this land.
Okay, right. So you would just work for your ancestors. You work with your people and for your people, and you'd want to confront pink people about why they. You'd want to tell them the truth about history, about the history that we've come to. Okay.
I think that we should all, by another way of sticking together, we should all come together. I mean, everyone has a job, and they probably are working for some pink people or whatever. And I think that every month or so, they should take some money out of their pocket, like, and pay their bills or whatever, but take the rest of that extra money and save it instead of going out and buying stuff at the mall. I think they should save it, and we should all come together and open up our own businesses and stuff.
Exactly, and you just talked about another principle that comes along later on in the day. That's called cooperative economics, working together and putting your money together. But I agree. I agree with everything that you guys say. But in addition to that, I'm more of the side of what Chris said, what your father said, teaching and helping. I've always been about helping people. I've always been a helper. Ever since I was a child, I love to help people. I love to help people my age. I love to help my friends. I love to help my mom. I just like to offer comfort. So I think something that we could do to force unity in the community is to help our people. And I mean such things as, if you know a brother or a sister going through a hard time, they don't have any food, bring them food. If they're having trouble paying a bill, give them some money if they're worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the kind of things that I feel in my heart that I wouldn't have a problem doing, because I know that if I was going through a hard time, I wouldn't mind somebody doing that for me. And I know that if it was done for me, it would be needed and it would be very well appreciated. So help your brothers and your sisters. If somebody's having trouble with their boyfriend or their mom, talk to them and let them know you're there for them. Whether they're your friend or a stranger on the street. Seriously, if I see a Black man and he's hungry, I will feed him. I think that's part of unity as well as teaching. So, anything anybody else wants to add? Okay. Well, that's the discussion of unity. Next, I believe we need to libation, and that's Chris's